does mean by transpiration? The excess of loss of water from the plant is called as a transpiration. The transpiration is checked by means of the presence of cuticle. Stomata may be present. In stem, there is a stomata may be present here and there. The epidermal cells are mostly living in nature because it is made up of a parenchymatous tissue. The chloroplasts are usually absent in the epidermal cell. A large number of multicellular hairs. A large number of multicellular hairs occurs in the epidermis. So what is meant by epidermis of the stem? The epidermis of the stem is consist of a single layer of parenchymatous tissue which are arranged without any intercellular spaces. The stomata are sometimes present here and there, and above the epidermis there is a thick cuticle is present. The cuticle is made up of a waxy substance is called as cutin. The function of the cuticle is to reduce transpiration. Transpiration means the loss of excess of water in the plant is called as a transpiration. The loss of water can be prevented by the help of the cuticle. The epidermal cells are usually living because it is made up of parenchymatous tissue. In dicot stem, the epidermal hairs are present which are mostly multicellular. Multicellular hairs occur on the epidermis. The middle part is called as a cortex. The cortex is consist of a three zones. In dicot stem, the cortex is differentiated into three zones which is present below the epidermis. The cortex is present below the epidermis which is differentiated into three zones. Below the epidermis there is a few layers of collenchymatous tissue are called as a hypodermis. Below the epidermis, 2 or 3 layers of the collenchyma cells makes the hypodermis. The function of the hypodermis is mechanical. It gives mechanical strength to the plants. These cells are living and they are thick at the corners. Corners only they are thick in nature. So the below the epidermis 2 or 3 layers makes the hypodermis. The hypodermis is made up of collenchyma tissue. The function of collenchyma tissue is it gives mechanical strength to the plant, and the cells are living but they are thickened at their corners. Inner to the hypodermis, that is collenchymatous tissue, 2 or 3 layers of chlorenchyma tissues are present. 2 or 3 layers of collenchyma tissues are present. It gives these cells are arranged with the conspicuous intracellular spaces. The collenchymatous tissues are arranged with the intracellular spaces. What is called as collenchyma? If the parenchyma which contains chloroplast are called as a chlorenchyma. So the chlorenchyma tissues contains the chloroplast. The function of the chlorenchyma is presence of chloroplast helps in photosynthesis. Some resin duct are present here and there in the collenchyma tissue. The third zone of the cortex is made up of a parenchymatous tissue. It is also made up of few layers and it is packed with lot of intercellular spaces. The function of the parenchymatous tissue is to store reserve food material. And the innermost layer of the cortex is made up of endodermis. The cells of this endodermal layer are barrel shaped and they are arranged without any intercellular spaces. The endodermal cells contain starch sheath. The endodermal cells contain starch grains. So the endodermis of stem is called as a starch sheath. It is morphologically homologous to the endodermis of the root. In dicot stem, the endodermis with Casparian strips are not developed. The endodermis contains only the starch grains, so it is called as a starch sheath. It is morphologically similar to that of the root, but here the endodermis of stem there is no Casparian strips and passage cells are present. Inner to the epidermis, cortex is present. The cortex in the dicot stem is differentiated into 3 zones. The first zone makes the hypodermis. It is made up of collenchyma tissue. The collenchyma tissues gives mechanical strength to the plants. It is also living but thickening or present at the corner. The inner to the hypodermis, a few layers of chlorenchyma tissues are present, which contains chloroplast. So they are involved in photosynthesis. The third zone is made up of parenchyma tissue. The parenchyma tissues are arranged with a lot of intercellular spaces, and the function of parenchyma tissue is it store reserve food material such as starch. The innermost layer of the cortex is made up of endodermis. The endodermis consists of barrel-shaped parenchyma tissue which are arranged without intercellular spaces. This endodermal cells contain starch grains and so they are called as a starch sheath. They are morphologically similar to that of the endodermis of the root, but in stem the Casparian strips are absent. Casparian strips are absent in stem. Then the innermost layer is a stele. The stele makes the central part of the stem inner to the endodermis. It consists of pericycle, vascular bundle and central pith region. Pericycle, vascular bundle and pith. So in dicot stem, the stele is consists of a U-stele. The U-stele means the vascular bundles are arranged in a form of a ring around the pith. Central pith is called as a U-stele. The U-stele type is present in the dicot stem. What is meant by U-stele? The vascular bundles are arranged in a form of a ring around the pith. It forms a circular ring around the pith is called as a U-stele. So the type of stele which is present in the dicot stem is a U-stele. This is a very important question. What is U-stele? The vascular bundles are arranged in the form of a ring around the pith is called as a U-stele. The type of stele seen in dicot stem is U-stele. Next, pericycle. The pericycle is the layer of cell that occur between the endodermis and the vascular tissue. The pericycle is present at the middle of the endodermis and the vascular bundles. In the sunflower stem, a few layers of sclerenchymatous tissue, that is, it is a sclerenchymatous tissue. A few layers of sclerenchymatous tissues occurs as a patches outside the phloem. So it is a phloem. Outside the phloem, the few layer of sclerenchymatous tissues are called as a bundle cap or hard bast. So the pericycle of the dicot stem is also called as a bundle cap or hard bast. The bundle cap or the parenchymatous cells between them constitute the pericycle. Between the bundle cap and the parenchymatous tissues present at middle is makes the pericycle of the sunflower. So the pericycle is consist of sclerenchymatous tissue which is present outer to the phloem is called as a bundle cap or hard bast. The bundle caps are the parenchymatous cell. Between them constitute the pericycle. Next, vascular bundles. The vascular bundle is consist of xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem and also cambium. A dicot stem contains a cambium. If cambium is present in between the xylem and phloem is called as what type of vascular bundle? Open vascular bundle. The xylem and phloem in the stem occur together to form a vascular bundles. The vascular bundles are wedge shaped like a honeycomb like structure. So the wedge shaped in dicot stem. They are arranged in the form of a ring. They are arranged in a form of a ring around the pith. It's called as a U-stele. Each vascular bundle is conjoint. Vascular bundles are conjoint, collateral, open and end arch. What is meant by conjoint vascular bundle? The xylem and phloems are arranged in a same radii, whereas xylem is facing towards the inner side and phloem is facing towards the periphery. It's called as a conjoint collateral. Open means in between the xylem and the phloem, what is present? Cambium is present. And end arch. End arch means the protoxylem is facing towards the center and the metaxylem is facing towards the periphery is called as a end arch. The next, phloem. The phloem lies towards the periphery. Periphery means outer side. And it consists of protophlloem and also metaphloem. Phloem contains some sieve elements, companion cells and phloem parenchyma. Phloem fibers are naturally absent in the primary phloem. Phloem conducts food materials from the leaves to the other part of the plant body. Cambium. The cambium consists of brick-shaped and thin-walled meristematic cells. It is 1 to 4 layers. The cambium cell is consists of the yellow color, shows the cambium. It is made up of brick-shaped cells. These cells are capable of forming new cells during secondary growth. The trunk region is enlarged due to the presence of the cambium. The xylem. The xylem is consist of xylem fiber, xylem parenchyma, vessels and tracheids. Vessels are the thick-walled and arranged in a few rows. The xylem conducts water and mineral from the roots to the other part of the plant. So still vascular tissue system. The vascular tissue system is consist of xylem and phloem. The phloem is present towards the periphery region. The phloem contains both protophloem and also metaphlloem. The phloem consists of sieve tubes, companion cells and phloem parenchyma. The phloem parenchyma. Phloem fibers are absent in the primary phloem. Phloem consists of it conduct organic food material from the leaves to the other part of the plant. The central is cambium. The cambium is made up of brick-shaped parenchymatous tissues which are made up of few layers. They have the ability to multiply more number of cells at the time of the secondary growth. Xylem. The xylem is consist of xylem fiber, xylem parenchyma vessels and tracheids. Vessels are thick-walled and arranged in few rows. Xylem conducts water and mineral salts from the soil to the all part of the plant. Then the central part is called as a pith. The pith is made up of parenchymatous tissues which are arranged with lot of intercellular spaces. The pith is also known as medulla. So the pith makes the central part of the stem. It is consist of thin-walled parenchymatous tissue which are arranged with lot of intercellular spaces. It is also called as a medulla. The pith is extended in between the vascular bundle. Sometimes the pith is extended in between the vascular bundle. Such a pith region in between the two vascular bundle, the pith is extended. It is called as a primary pith tray or medullary pith tray. Primary pith tray or medullary pith tray. Function of the pith is to store large amount of food. That is storage in function because it is made up of parenchyma tissue. It stores reserve food material. If the pith is extended in between the vascular bundle means it is called as a primary pith tray or medullary pith trays. Tissue system. So what is meant by fundamental tissue system? The ground or the fundamental tissue system makes the main body of the plant. It includes all the structure except the outer epidermis and the vascular bundle. It includes all the structure except the epidermis and the vascular bundle. In monocot stem, the ground tissue is made up of parenchymatous tissue. The ground tissue is made up of a mass of parenchymatous tissue in which the vascular bundles are embedded. So in monocot stem, the ground tissue is consist of that is cortex region is consist of a parenchymatous tissue in which the vascular bundles are present in it or embedded in it. Hence in the dicot stem, so in monocot, the ground tissue is made up of parenchymatous. In between the parenchymatous ground tissue, the vascular bundles are embedded. In dicot stem, the ground tissue is differentiated into cortex, endodermis, pericycle and pith. In dicot stem, the ground tissue is differentiated into hypodermis, cortex, pericycle and pith region. Generally, a ground tissue system is differentiated into three main zones. One is a cortex, pericycle and pith. Cortex, pericycle and a pith region. Cortex, pericycle and pith region is present in the middle. It is classified into extrastellar ground tissue and intrastellar ground tissue. Extrastellar ground tissue is consist of a cortex and innermost layer of the cortex, endodermis. Cortex and endodermis makes the extrastellar ground tissue, whereas the intrastellar ground tissue consists of a pericycle, medullary rays, and pit. Intrastellar region is consist of pericycle, medullary rays, and pith region. It makes the intrastellar ground tissue. So the ground tissue is classified into two main zones. One is a extra ground stellar ground tissue, which consists of a cortex, cortex and endodermis, whereas the intrastellar region is consist of pericycle, medullary rays, and pith. Hypodermis, one or two layer continuous or discontinuous tissue present in below the epidermis is called as a hypodermis. Mostly the hypodermis is made up of collenchyma tissue, which is protective in function and also provides mechanical support to the plant. So the below the epidermis there are 2 or 3 layers which makes the hypodermis. Either it is a continuous or discontinuous layer. The function of the hypodermis is protective in nature. In dicot stem, the hypodermis is made up of collenchyma, whereas in the monocot stem, in dicot it is made up of a collenchyma. In monocot stem, the hypodermis is made up of a sclerenchymatous. In monocot stem, the hypodermis is sclerenchymatous. In many plants, collenchyma forms the hypodermis. It gives a mechanical support to the plant. The next, cortex region. The cortex is present in between the epidermis and the vascular bundles. In between the epidermis and the vascular bundle, the cortex is present. In between the epidermis and vascular bundle, the middle layer makes the cortex. It has a few to many layers in thickness. In most of the cases, it is made up of parenchymatous tissue. Intracellular spaces are may be present in it. The cortical cells may contain non-living inclusions such as starch grains, oils, tannions, and crystals. Sometimes the young stem, the chloroplast, develops in the periphery. Periphery means the corner which contains a chloroplast cells, which is called as a chlorenchyma. In dicot stem, the chlorenchyma is present in the cortex. In dicot stem, the young stem contains a chloroplast at its periphery region. They are called as a chlorenchyma. Sometimes the ground tissue consists of a chlorenchyma tissue. This tissue makes the mesophyll of the leaf. The ground tissue of the leaf contains the chlorenchyma. This makes the mesophyll, the middle layer of the leaf, that is in between the upper and the lower epidermis. In some water plants, the parenchyma having air cavities, such a parenchymas are called as a arenchyma. They are present in the aquatic plants, which are helpful the plant to float on the water. In some plants, the function of the cortical tissue is to store reserve food material, and also it provides a mechanical support to the plant. Next topic is endodermis. The endodermis cells are made up of single layer of barrel-shaped parenchyma cells which are arranged without any intercellular spaces. They are completely surround the steel region. The endodermis is the innermost layer of the cortex. It is made up of a thin layer of a parenchymatous tissue. In roots, the endodermis are having a band-like structure or thickening made up of suberin and lignin and some carbohydrates in the form of Casparian strips. It was first discovered by Caspary, so it is called as a Casparian strips. The main function of the Casparian strip is it prevent the re-entry of water once it goes into the xylem to the cortex. Then in some cells which are opposite to the protoxylem, there is thickening is absent in this. Such a cells are called as a passage cell. The passage cell helpful in the movement of water from the cortex to the xylem. It enters the water from the cortex to the xylem. The endodermal cell which are present opposite to the protoxylem lacks Casparian strips. They are thin walled. Such cells are called as passage cell. It allows the water from the cortex to the xylem. Pericycle. The pericycle is present inner to the endodermis. It is the outermost layer of the stele. It consists of thin-walled parenchyma cells which are closely packed found below the endodermis. Rarely the endodermis are thick-walled. Mostly it is made up of parenchyma, but in the dicot stem, the pericycles are made up of sclerenchymatous tissue. The pericycles are made up of sclerenchymatous tissue. In angiosperms, the lateral roots are arises from the pericycle, so they are endogenous. The lateral roots are endogenous in origin. Mostly, the parenchyma tissues makes the pericycle. In the stem, it is consist of sclerenchymatous tissue. The lateral roots are arises from the pericycle, so the lateral roots are endogenous in origin. The next, pith or medulla. Pith or medulla. The central part of the ground tissue is known as pith or medulla. Generally, it is made up of thin-walled parenchymatous tissue with lot of intracellular spaces are present. The cells store reserve food materials such as starch, grains, onions, and fatty acids, tannins, phenols, calcium oxalate crystals. So it is made up of parenchymatous tissue. So its main function is storage in nature. The medulla region is consists of thin-walled parenchymatous tissues which are arranged with a lot of intracellular spaces. Vascular tissue system. The vascular tissue system is consist of xylem and phloem. The xylem element and the phloem element are organized in a group is called as a vascular bundles. So the vascular tissue system is consist of xylem and phloem. The xylem and the phloem are the chief water and food conducting elements of the angiosperm and in gymnosperms. So the xylem and phloem together makes the vascular bundle. The stem of both groups, that is angiosperm and gymnosperm, have an eustele while the roots are protostele. Eustele and protostele. The eustele, the stele contains usually a ring of vascular bundles separated by an interfascicular region or medullary rays. In between the vascular bundle, the pith is present is called as a medullary rays. Types of vascular bundle. The vascular bundles are classified into radial, conjoint and concentric. Radial arrangement of vascular bundle. If the xylem and phloems are arranged in a different radii and alternate manner. Xylem, phloem, and an alternate manner is called as a radial arrangement. The bundles are separated by parenchymatous tissue. That is, the xylem and the phloem are separated by a conjunctive tissue. Either a parenchymatous or made up of sclerenchymatous. That is, the xylem and phloems are arranged in a alternate manner on a different radii is called as a radial arrangement. The radial arrangement is mostly present in the monocot and dicot roots. Conjoint vascular bundle. In conjoint vascular bundle, the xylem and the phloems are present on the same radii in one bundle. If the xylem and the phloems are present in a same radius on one bundle is called as a conjoint vascular bundle. The conjoint vascular bundles are seen in stems. In roots, radial, stems, conjoint vascular bundle. The conjoint vascular bundle is once again classified into collateral vascular bundle and bicollateral vascular bundle. The collateral vascular bundle. In collateral vascular bundle, the xylem is present towards the inside and the phloem is present towards the outside. The xylem is present towards the inner side and the phloem is present towards the outer side is called as a conjoint vascular bundle. And bicollateral vascular bundle. If phloem is present in both the inner side and also outer side, in between the phloem, the xylem is present at the middle. It is called as a bicollateral. That is, the phloem is present in outside, also inner side of your xylem is called as a conjoint conjoint bicollateral vascular bundle. Example for conjoint bicollateral vascular bundles are cucurbitaceae. Example is a cucurbitaceae. Phloem occur on both the inner and the outer side of the xylem is called as a bicollateral vascular bundle. Example cucurbitaceae. The next the collateral vascular bundle is again classified into two types. One is open collateral vascular bundle and closed collateral vascular bundle. Open collateral vascular bundle. In collateral vascular bundle, the xylem is present at the inner side and the phloem is present at the outer side. In between the xylem and the phloem, the cambium is present, means it is called as open collateral vascular bundle. If the cambium is absent in between the xylem and phloem, is called as a closed. If the cambium is absent between the xylem and the phloem, such type of vascular bundle is called as a closed vascular bundle. Concentric vascular bundle. The concentric vascular bundle, the xylem and phloems are present in a concentric circle, one around the other in the stem is called as a concentric vascular bundle. That is, either the xylem surrounds the phloem or the phloem surrounds the xylem is called as a concentric vascular bundle. It is present in a stem. In concentric vascular bundle, the xylem surrounds the phloem or the phloem surrounds the xylem is called as a concentric vascular bundle. There are two types of concentric vascular bundle are there. One is amphicribral vascular bundle, amphivasal vascular bundle. In amphicribral vascular bundle, xylem lies in the center. Where the xylem is present, the xylem lies in the center. Then it is surrounded by phloem is called as a amphicribral vascular bundle. Example ferns, polypodium, and dicot and aquatic angiosperm. The constant amphicribral vascular bundle is present. The xylem is present at the center. It is surrounded by the phloem. In amphicribral vascular bundle, the xylem is present at the center. It is surrounded by the phloem. In amphivasal type, the phloem is present at the center. It is surrounded by the xylem is a amphivasal vascular bundle. Example, Darcinia, dragon plant, Darcinia and Yucca. The phloem lies in the center where it is surrounded by the xylem. These are the different types of vascular bundles. Assignment: learn the different types of vascular bundle